the difference between central bank and
Yeah,
the
central bank
commercial.
and commercial bank.
Just a minute. Mm, 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 mm. Just allow me 1 minute. You can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the previous class, we basically learned what is this money creation, right? The
Yeah.
process. So if somebody asks you in one liner that what is this money creation, so you will say money creation is basically the process, right? Through which the commercial bank, central bank or commercial bank, of course the commercial bank, right, are able to create credit which is far excess of the initial deposit. Clear? Now what does it
Yeah.
mean? Let's just say if your initial deposit is 1000 rupees, the money which you will create, it will be more than the initial deposit, right? That is called money creation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now this LRR. So LRR is basically of two type. One is the CRR and one is the SLR. Okay, this we will do in detail, right? But it's of two types. Just remember this. Okay. Now, what is this LRR? It's legal reserve ratio or legal reserve requirement. Okay. So it is
Okay.
legally compulsory for the bank to keep certain minimum fraction of their deposit as reserve, right? With central bank. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is called the legal reserve ratio. Is this clear? Any doubt, any confusion in this?
No.
No. Okay. And now I just want to highlight few of the things. Have you heard this word borrow?
Yeah, of course.
So what do you understand by this term borrow?
Buying money from someone or like anything
Okay, correct.
for a period of time.
Very good. So for example, this is you, and tomorrow your school is arranging a picnic to, let's just say, a children's park. Okay,
Yeah.
and they are asking for 1000 rupees as a deposit, like the fees for the picnic. You went to your mom and you asked that, Mom, can you please give me 1000 rupees, like the school has arranged and everything. So, do you think that this is borrowing?
No.
No. Why? Because you are not returning back it to your parents, right?
Yeah.
So, borrowing is something when you buy something for a certain period of time and then you have to return it, right? So,
Yeah.
when we borrow the money from bank, at that time we don't say that we borrowed money from bank. We say we took loan from bank. Clear?
Mm.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Hmm. And similarly, deposit. When you are submitting your money in the bank account, right, that is called deposit. Clear? All these terms are
Yeah.
clear? So,
Yeah.
you write down these terms in your notebook. You can zoom
Yeah.
it.
Okay. No need. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, completed.
Okay. Okay. Now let's just move to the next one. This we already discussed in the previous class. The difference also we have done. So today we will look at the features of the commercial bank. Sorry, central bank. Okay. Now, first of all, currency regulator or bank of issue. Okay. Instead of this, let's just write it from here. So first of all, what are the functions? Now, why these functions are important, I'll tell you. The first thing is that first you have to know that these are the functions, right? Sometimes they ask you a general question of 3 marks that what are the functions of central bank? You can write any. But sometimes they give you, can you please explain how or why central bank is known as bank to the government? So you should know the entire explanation as well, right? Because sometimes they give you one question for the one function. Or sometimes they give you the question like this, tell us the functions. Got the difference? Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, first function is currency regulator or bank of issue, bank to the government, custodian of cash reserve, custodian of international currency, lender of last resort, cleaning house or transfer settlement, controller of credit, protecting deposit into interest. Now let's just one by one, let's just understand the functions. Okay. So very first thing is that currency regulator or bank of issue. What does it mean? Right? So that means I'm sorry. Currency regulator of bank of issue. That means he is the one, like the central bank, who is regulating the currency and he is issuing the currency. Who has the power to issue currency? Central bank. Right. So central bank possesses the exclusive right to manufacture notes in an economy. All the central bank across the world are involved in issuing notes to the economy. So only sole authority central bank has to issue the currency. Then this is one of the most important function of the central bank in an economy, and due to this the central bank is also known as bank of issue because he has the power to issue the currency. Earlier, see, now the question will come. Sometimes they ask you the question, why only central bank is given the authority? Why not other banks? Right? Earlier, all the banks were allowed to publish their own notes, which resulted in a disorganized economy. That means, for example, everybody is issuing the currency. I'm also issuing whenever I want. You are also issuing whenever you want. So there would be dysregulation. But now only one person would be there who would be issuing the currency. So everybody will accept whatever orders he is imposing. So, to avoid the situation of disorganization, the government around the world authorized the central bank to function as the issuer of currency, which resulted in uniformity in circulation and balanced supply of money in the economy. Clear? Got it?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, bank to the government. See, government don't go to commercial bank. This we discussed in the previous class also, right? So, government goes to central bank.
Central bank.
Yes. So banks to the government. So one of the most important function of central bank is to act as the bank to the government. The central bank accept deposit and issue funds to the government. It is also involved in making and receiving payment for the government. Central bank also offers short term loans to the government in order to recover from the bad phase in the economy. Right? And apart from only issuing the money, in addition to to being the bank to the government, it acts as an advisor and agent to the government by providing advice to the government in areas of economic policy, capital market, and money market, and loans for the government. Clear? Got it?
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
only just giving the money, it's well, let's just say government is facing that how should we tackle out of the situation. So they are giving the advice also. Right? And apart
Yep.
from that, in addition to that, the central bank is instrument formation of monetary and fiscal policy. So whenever government makes some law, so central bank help and regulate it and guide them. You know how they should control the inflation, how they should control the deflation, all that. Got the point?
Yep.
Hmm. Now, custodian of cash reserve. Cash reserve means you know that you have to give certain amount of money to central bank, right? When we were doing this money creation, we got to know there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So, in practice of the commercial bank of the country to keep a part of their cash balance in the form of deposit with the central bank, the commercial bank can draw the balance when the requirement of the cash is high and pay back the same when there is a less requirement. So, you are earning, and I said that Abhinan, every time you are earning, you will give me some money out of your salary. You are giving it to me. Why I am keeping this? So that later on, let's just say sometime you try to switch the company. At that month, you will not get the salary, right? So at that time, I can help you with that money, which you deposited it with me, right? So this is how central bank
Yeah.
basically works. So they keep a certain fraction of money so that whenever there is a requirement, they can give back it to the commercial bank. So it is for this reason that the central bank is regarded as the banker's bank, right?
Yeah.
Central bank also plays an important role in the credit creation policy of the commercial bank. So when we were doing the credit creation entire chart, over here the role of central bank was there, right? Because until and unless you don't put CRR or the reserve ratio, you cannot calculate the money. You cannot create the money, right? So in money creation also, in credit creation also, central bank plays a major role, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know these explanations are a little bit longer. So, in case if you are getting the question, what are the functions of central bank explain, you can shorten up. But let's just say if they ask you why central bank is known as custodian of cash reserves, so of course you have to write entire thing, right? So that's why I'm giving you the entire content so that if they ask you for the short, you can shorten it, right?
Yeah.
But in case if they ask you for the 3 marker only one reason, then you should have a good material, right?
Okay.
So you will put the heading functions of central bank. You will write all the 8 functions and then three I have already explained. You will write this and the next three I'll explain.
Okay. Yeah. Can you scroll down? Yeah, scroll down, please. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's just discuss about the custodian of international currency. So whatever the currency management is there with the foreign countries, only the central banks do that. Okay. So over here, an important function of the central bank is to maintain a minimum balance of foreign currency. The purpose of the maintaining such a balance is to manage a sudden or emergency requirement of foreign reserves and also to overcome any adverse deficit of the balance of payment. Right? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Then lender of last resort. The central bank act as a lender of last resort by providing money to its member bank in times. Sorry. Now, for example, you are not getting money from anywhere. So last resort means that is the only person that is going to help you, right? So central bank act as a lender of the last resort by providing money to its member bank in times of cash crunches. It performs this functions by providing loans against securities, treasury bills, and also by re-discounting bills, right? This is regarded as one of the most crucial functions of the central bank, wherein it helps in protecting the financial structure of the economy from collapsing, right? So, of course, you need someone, the last resort, right? That, okay, everything is not falling into the place, so you will help, right? Got it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Now, clearing house for transfer and settlement, right? So, central bank act as a clearing house of commercial bank and help in settling the mutual indebtedness of the commercial bank. In clearing house, the representative of different banks meet and settle interbank payment, right? So, over here,
Yeah.
see, you know that let's just take an example. This is Axis Bank and this is SBI. Your account is in Axis Bank and my bank account is in SBI. I gave you 1 lakh rupees, you gave me 2 lakh rupees, then I gave you 50,000, you gave me 20,000. All these transactions are there, right? So let's just say there's a
Yeah.
clash. Okay, that I gave you more money, you gave me, both the banks are fighting. So who will settle it? The clearing house is central bank, right? And they settle
Yeah.
all the interbank payments. Okay. And then this we will not do this function because it has a lot of things. So we will be like learning that. But this after this we'll do this protecting deposit interest. Like central bank also need to help keep an eye on the functioning of commercial bank in order to protect the interest of the deposit. Let's just say I deposited 1 lakh rupees in my bank account. Next day I get only 80,000. So where I will go? Whom I will complain to? So I'll go to central bank. So central bank basically also protect the depositor's interest. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't write this one, only write this. Okay.
Okay. Can you scroll down?
Yeah. I mean, you have to write this only, na? You can see it? No?
Yeah, yeah, I can see. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So basically, now we will be saying there are some tools through which the the central bank basically control the credit, right? So that we will understand one by one. Okay. Now see, sometimes there would be inflation, like more people have more money and they might be using it, right? And some people would have less money, right? Accordingly. So now it's basically this is called controller of credit. So central bank also functions as controller of credit in the economy. It happens that commercial bank create a lot of credit, right? Who is creating the credit? Commercial bank. So the central bank controls a way credit transaction. Why the commercial bank is done by engaging the open market operation or bringing about a change in CRR to control the process. Okay. So through different method they basically control it. Okay. Now, first of all, we will just understand what are the tools through which basically they are using or they are controlling it, right? Okay. So the first method, the very first method is the quantitative instrument. Okay, before that, I'll just show you this. Let me just see if it is written here. These are the method. Okay, I'll just, I don't know whether you will get it or not. So first, there are two methods through which they control the money supply, like the entire credit is controlled, right? One is the quantitative. Quantitative means you can express them in terms of numbers, right? And the second is qualitative. I think this one, I'll just make it here, right? So there are two methods. One is the quantitative, right? That means the quantity is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Second is the qualitative. That means only the quality is there, not the numbers. Okay, so what will come under quantitative? First of all, bank rate. Okay, this I will make you understand what is this bank rate. Then legal reserve ratio, LRR. Okay, then open market operation, repo rate, reverse repo rate, right? These are something called quantitative. Got my point? Hmm?
Yeah.
Now coming to this one here. First of all, margin requirement, right? Margin requirement is there. Moral suasion is there, right? Moral suasion is there, and then after that, selective credit control. These are the tools. Okay. So we will understand what is a bank rate, what is LRR, everything, and then we will understand when there is a inflation. So what government do? They increase the bank rate or we decrease the bank rate, and how the money is being controlled, like the entire process. Now, why the next class is going to be very important? Because we will under because most of the time they ask question from here. Either they will give you the question what is the bank rate, and if there is an inflation, how the bank will control the money supply, right? To fix it. Okay. Or sometimes they ask you, can you tell us two quantitative method and the working, how the bank will fix the inflation issue, right? So that's why these tools are very important. So now what you will do, you will write this controller of credit, okay? And then there are two tools. One is the quantitative tool and one is the qualitative tool. So quantitative tool are this and qualitative tool are this, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Let me know if anything is not clear, right? This is
Okay.
open market operation. And in NRR, just make it like this. CRR and SLR.
Okay. What is the second one in quantitative?
Sorry,
What is the second one in quantitative?
this
Oh, no,
qualitative.
sorry, qualitative.
Moral suasion, SUASION.